The process of acquiring a Belizean passport has been amended by the Department of Immigration and Nationality Services to become a more simplified yet secure course of action.
When we had the application process changed first in February of 2013, we moved away from that JP, an application submitted, to where we had the recommenders A and B on the application. Recall that you either have to have a JP or a teacher or a head of department or minister of religion. Well, we moved away from all that. An SI was signed in December of 2019 that allowed us now to remove that process of requiring both recommenders A and B. We have a simpler process now, if you'd allow me to use that term, where the applicant for first issue would still need to bring the identity documents that establishes that they are Belizean.
With lingering concerns in the wake of the immigration scandal that rocked the government of Belize back in 2014, fail-safes have been improved to validate the process as well as ensure the authenticity of the identification document.
We have still the fact that you have to be the person that you say you are, being presented to the officer, as well as the fact that you're a citizen of Belize by either birth, descent, registration, however you got your citizenship. Those fundamentals remain the same. But the process now requires that for first issue, meaning the first time you're applying for an adult, you need to present your identity document, how you establish that you're a citizen of Belize, either by your birth certificate or your registration certificate, or what we also refer to as your affirmation certificate, whether your parents are Belizean and you were born abroad. It's primarily through descent.
In many cases, however, it is quite the opposite, where children are born Belizean, but their parents are immigrants. This was evidenced at a meeting with the Immigration Department at Swift Hall in mid-January.
When I 8 years of age, I'd been to the school in Holy Ghost School. The time that Philip Nicasso was the principal. But all of my children born here, and I apply one nationality for 2003. And up to now, I can't get through. I do work permit, I stamp for 2016. I just do a work permit the other day because I can't handle that $100 monthly. So me have to go do a work permit because I have family who send to school. My children are Belizean.
Director for Nationality and Passports, Maria Arzu, explains the criteria for recommendation.
You no longer need A and B, but you just need one Belizean recommender. That person has to be an individual over the age of 18 or above, or a Belizean citizen by birth or descent. That's it. You no longer need to find a JP. Whether it's a JP you want to use him, fine. Whether it's a teacher you want to use them, fine. It does make absolutely no difference. It's only that we require that that person knows you for at least a year. Because when a person is recommending you, when he makes a declaration that he's recommending you as a Belizean national, he also or she also must present a copy of their Belize passport biodata page to establish that they are Belizeans.
Together with an application, a passport-sized photograph that is certified by the recommender to verify one's true likeness, all documents are then submitted for a first issue. In the case of children, the process is different.
The other fundamental part remains as well for minors, because you know that when you're applying for a minor, the applicant is the parent or legal guardian. That process still retains the fact that those fundamental supporting documents must be a part of the application for the first issue. In this particular case, it's kind of technical where the applicant, being the parent, cannot recommend because they are themselves the applicant. But we have had cases where your spouse is the applicant, so I could recommend that indeed that child is your child, and I've known both you and the child for at least a year or more. In that case, that can work.
Reporting for News 5, I am Isani Cayetano.